Agents of Hell, Act 1, Episode 5. "11:30 p.m. Honolulu, Enigma nightclub VIP room. The agents were escorted by security to meet Vincent in one of the VIP rooms on the first floor of the club. Once the door slides open, they find themselves in a small room with 2 sofas set opposite to each other and small tables on the sides. Most of the room illumination comes from the one-way mirror covering one of the walls, reflecting the lights of the club. Vincent turns his face as soon as the door opens, and gestures them to sit down.
Mr. DeClaire, what an honor to be in the presence of such dedicated collector.
Oh, it seems you are not our usual type of guest. What exactly brings you to Enigma?
We are both members of the Anthropological Society. We saw the news about the club name and the inclusion of your personal collection.
We couldn't miss the opportunity to see it personally. And sure enough, it's an unexpected revelation.
May I ask who designed the layout of the club? I would love to exchange views with such an expert.
You have a good eye, my fellows. We did our guru to set the items around the club. However, I never met the expert himself. My assistant handles this sort of task. Let me give her a call. I'm sure she will be able to answer your questions.
The agents show enthusiastic smiles, while Vincent gives Cindy a call.
Cindy, our guests wish to know more about the guru designer we hired. Please come up and help them find the answers they seek.
A confused look appears on Cindy's face after hearing the request, but she quickly recovers and remains professional.
All right, sir. I will do my best to provide a detailed answer.
As soon as Cindy enters the room, she was greeted by the eager looks of the agents, who seem relaxed after recognizing her as human.
So you are Mr. DeClaire's assistant. Come, we have a lot to ask about the club's designer.
Can you describe this guru and his design process for the club?
Mr. Kaluma came recommended. He is a middle-aged man, neither fat nor muscular, black hair, and with tribal tattoos on his arms that he claimed had an ancestral meaning. He created a blueprint of the object's layout and asked us to set an altar on the dance floor once the objects were positioned. The ceremony was a sacrifice to a few deities asking for blessings.
Any reason to believe this ceremony would work?
It's not my place to believe or not. Mr. Kaluma's recommendation allowed him to perform the ceremony without questions. All I can see is a strange wind began after his chanting, and the fabric on the ceiling hasn't stopped moving since then.
Did he mention any tribes he belonged to?
He did mention a name, but I didn't consider it was important enough to remember long term. I'm sorry, sir.
It's all right, Cindy. These last weeks have been a challenge for all of us. I'm sure this gentleman won't blame you.
No, dear, we don't blame you. Can you describe his tattoos? That could give us an idea.
The tattoos were like those of South Pacific tribes. I've seen many guests at the clubs with a similar style.
Any way to contact Mr. Kaluma or the person who recommended him?
Mr. Kaluma didn't leave a way of contact. He assured us we wouldn't need his services again.
I wouldn't be a good businessman if I gave away my contacts. I'm sure you have many questions left, but Cindy needs to get back to work, so I'll let you enjoy the rest of your night.
Security appears and the agents reluctantly leave the room.
You do a nice job, Cindy. I will add a bonus this month.
Cindy lowers her head, hiding a smile.
Thank you, sir. Do you think they believe me?
Even if they didn't, they will still go on a wild chase for this Mr. Kaluma just to be sure. Just keep an eye on them the rest of the night.
Cindy nods and leaves the room, leaving Vincent meditating while looking at the blurry people on the dance floor. To be continued.